Hey, it's time to wake up and rebuild yourself again. I studied the darkness. You find no answers in the light. None. It's too happy, it's too nice. We need to be taught how to live in happiness. It just comes naturally to us. Happy moments. But the dark times, you just can't get there unless you put yourself there. And life will take you there. But when you get into those dark moments, you know, when you get to those dark moments, you know, I go to such places in my mind and I study the darkness. It's not just physical. When I was growing up and I've seen negativity and drama, you know, and people putting you down because you're not pretty enough, you're not good enough, and people don't believe in you. All those insecurities and all those different things. I used to go home and cry like, "Oh my God, man! Like I'm so messed up." I said, I ain't gone. I said, hold on. I said, wait a minute, you got to study this. The only way we're going to get through this is to study it. So whenever I'm in a dark moment and life is around me, life is around me, I get in it, I get a pen and paper, and I say, okay, this sucks. I feel like I'm losing my mind. But I said, let's come out of this a genius. I started to, I started the matter of the mind, the dark matter, you know, at Terry Smith, Chicago. You know, that's why I came up with it because I was in the darkest place. I was in a dark place, and some people may get me wrong, but I don't care. I can't help people. There's a lot of cookie cutter stuff out here in this world, but discipline, wake up early, take a cold shower, this, that, whatever. It's all BS, but it's not. What they don't teach you within the cookie cutter is that our minds are like a garage. and in the garage, if you open a garage, you see it all cluttered up, it's all messed up. You can't put your car in there. You got so much mess and junk and things all over the place. But if you organize that garage and you put everything in its rightful spot, you can put that car in there. You can put two cars in there. You can put bikes in there. And that's like with the mind. People talk about discipline, determination, and repetition, and all this mess, all this consistency. Why people fall off the wagon so often is because their mind is full of mess. There's no room in that mind for discipline. There's no room for consistency. They may do it once or twice, but then the mind takes over and it gets back cluttered, and that clutter becomes it's like a circuit breaker. It just overloads and sparks, and I that's our mind. It's like a circuit breaker that got so much mess in it that when you keep on doing it, you can't put any more into it. So I talk about this a lot. Clearing space in your mind so you have room for all those disciplines. Waking up early, they do mean something, but we don't get to that dark matter that's keeping you from clearing out that mental garage. That's a good way to put it because that is the mind. Most people's mind is filled with so much that they have to move around to get to where they want, and it's constantly piling up, unorganized. Just organize your mind. You got to think about the things you got to do, priorities you got to take care of. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're rushing your schedule. You said, I wish I'm doing this, but I'm doing that and this. I want a raise, but I can't get one. My boss a butthole. But where's grace in all of that? You can't fit discipline into all that. You can't fit consistency. You can't fit the grind. But when you try, it gets overrun by the clutter in your mental garage. My favorite quote of all: those who are willing to risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Those who are willing to risk, you have to risk failing. You have to risk getting mocked. You have to risk your safety and security if you want to find out how far you can go. You want to find out how many lives you can touch. If you want to find out what it takes like at the top, you got to be willing to risk going too far. Someone has to have the vision. God gives the vision to the person, and that person leads many people out of a dark situation. So you may be chosen with your vision to lead people out of cycle limitations, to lead your people out of poverty. Maybe you are the leader to call to lead everyday people to stop believing that there's no hope. God will test you with suffering. God will test you with suffering. God will test you with difficulties. God will test you in difficult times. But that's when the proof of your faith is manifested. Not just when things are given to you, not when times are simple, but the challenges. Do you curse God or do you bless God for giving you the opportunity to experience these challenges, experience these difficulties to become better and to get closer to God? Life is hard, no matter how you choose to do it. Your dreams require sacrifice, dreams, and resilience. Yes, it's hard, but so is living with the weight of unfulfilled vision and regret. Pain will always be a part of life. So tell me, what aim will you choose? You should feel fantastic when you're given a challenge. When hard is put in front of you, you should say, finally, God, universe, you've given me something difficult. My life has been too easy for too long. I'm too capable to live such a meager existence and simply just survive with substance and Netflix and YouTube. I needed a challenge. I needed something different. Finally, thank you. You're never going to be a good man without pain and suffering. You're going to have to go through a lot of shit and have, you know, I think you should embrace that and accept that. And I think that the correct mental thing is to have a system of not being concerned about certain things. If I woke up today happy, I would have done this interview. Woke up sad, I would have still did this interview. What's the difference? Well, I put so much importance on my emotions if certain things must be done. I must work, I must train, I must be, wait a minute. I got things to do. Oh, I feel sad. Who cares? The world doesn't care. People are here to destroy. People are here to destroy you. So why do you care? The only person you should care, the only person that should care least is you. You're the person that wakes up every day that has an invested interest in improving yourself and improving your life. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and learn how to control it. It's better to be a warrior than a gardener in a war. A soldier. Be a soldier, not a warrior. We don't do war. If you make the task small enough, I never seen anyone not being able to progress if they made the task small enough. Your story may not have a happy ending, but that does not make you who you are. You are not defined by what was out of your control. It is the rest of your story. What you choose to do and what you do to choose about what you choose to do about it and who you choose to be, that's who you really are. So tell me, who are you? The hero is the person who confronts horrible chaos and makes something of it, right? That's the fundamental human story. But the problem is you have to face what you don't want to face in order to fix it. So you look at all the things about yourself that needs to be burned off, that needs to be dispensed with, especially at the beginning, especially if you screwed up. That may be 90% of you. You you just have it just has to go up in flames. And it's painful. And see even some of the stuff you have to burn off don't want to die. It will scream in agony while you burn it off. It's not pleasant, but if you know, most fundamentally, if it faces the problems, you can transcend them, and faith will cause you to be who you are. Remember this: you'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life. These times will make you wise, but sure, it'll make you fearless. No matter what good you do to people, they will only remember your mistakes. No, it's one of the most powerful words existed. Don't be a people pleaser. For the best, prepare for the worst. To reach somewhere, to reach somewhere, you need to leave something behind. When you are angry, stay silent. Don't waste your time with explanation. People only hear what they want to hear. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. If you are a giver, remember to learn your limits because the takers don't have any. There's no there's the only security found within yourself, your skills, your network, your resources, your mindset, your intelligence, things that you can actually control. Life isn't safe. The highest risk takers are the people, I don't know. I prefer going out with nothing and going all in and try it. I, I'm gonna die naked and alone, so I don't take things too seriously. Like as if they're gonna be remembered in 100 years. I don't care who you are, or how much money you make in life, or what you have going on. When you get out of bed every morning, life is there to punch you right there in the mouth, and you have to overcome all these different struggles in life every day. I actually love when adversity is thrown at me, and I have to deal with this stuff. This is kind of part of being a man, being a person. You gotta fuck it all up a little bit. I think part of learning is dying. Part of learning is you got to die a little bit because what is learning? Learning is me giving up on my own mess, my own crap. Those ideas have to die for me to be open to some new stuff. So me learning how to be a better person, I have to die a little bit. And when you kill stuff inside you, there's a hole, and you don't know what to put in there. You just got to find the right food. And I was lucky to have like some good dudes in my life at the time when it hit, for me to be able to fill myself with the right stuff. A man who never fails, a man who never failed has no glory. The man who got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory. That guy has more courage, way more courage than the guy who was so strong from birth that he never failed. There's no glory in that. I just try to encourage people, hey, we're humans and we have inside of us a courage and we have inside of us a determination. Wait a minute. We can have a strength and a gentleness at the same time. And that's our glory. Click like, click share, and comment on my page. Thank you for visiting me at Terry Smith Chicago. All right. Until next time. Oh, I only got 12 minutes in. I got about 15, 17 more minutes to go. Give me a second. Make it happen for you and know that it's possible. Now, what do you do during hard times? Here's what you must do. Number one is you must have faith. It said you must have faith to call upon those things that there are not, so they may not. George, not according to appearances. Don't judge your circumstances and the possibilities of your future based on what you have now, because what's going on now, no, that's not the real reality there. What you're going for, if you're going through some hard times, it has not come to stay. It's come to pass. It's all right. Now, second thing is repeat this after me. Something you should affirm to yourself every day, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets. I am going to make it. Say it to yourself every day. As I used to say to myself, I when I get up, you know, when I have to get up, go to the bathroom at night, and have to take a bath or a shower. I written on the mirror. I just put up that no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I am going to make it. So you got to have faith. You talk to yourself. You say the affirmation. The next step is you must have patience and engage in consistent action. Patience and engage in consistent action. Everything doesn't happen when we want it to happen. It doesn't happen quickly on the way we premeditated it. But in that process, there's something called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, it has to be watered and fertilized. It's a very hard type of tree, and it takes 5 years of watering and fertilization every day, according to American Geographic stat before it can break through the ground. And anytime that the watering process and the nurturing and the fertilization is stopped, the Chinese bamboo tree will die in the ground. Now, once it breaks through in that fifth year, then then in 6 weeks it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it go 90 feet in 5 years or 6 weeks? The answer is obvious. It takes 5 years. That's how long it took to grow it, to build a foundation, to nurture it, to water it, to build reputation, to build credibility, to learn people, to learn yourself, to learn how to do it, to figure it out. Okay? That's why you must have patience and engage in consistent action. We live in a world where people want instant gratification. They want it right now, but they're not willing to pay the price to do what it takes. They think it's easy. No, no, it's simple, but it's not easy. It's a system where if you work the system, if you work it, but make no mistake about it, it's hard. You are you are the factor. Here's something else. It's possible that you can live your dream, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. It's necessary that you have goals, that you write them down, you surround yourself with a support team that you created. It's you that you must take personal responsibility to make it happen. For people to make it in this world, look around for the circumstances that they want, and if you can't find them, then you create them. Easy is not an option, it's hard. What you will discover is that it's worth it. It's worth it. I suggest to you, if you want to become diamond, write down 5 reasons of why it's worth it for you to become a diamond. Experience that level of achievement. What will give you the drive? What will ignite the courage in you to get up and come back again and again and again? How is it that what reason you can tap in to that deep down feeling that goes to your gut, that no matter how many times you get knocked down, that you're coming back? What is it? Write it down. When I started pursuing my dreams, I knew that as long as you work for someone else, they are controlling your destiny. You know, I don't want anybody sending my paycheck but me. I knew that it was going to be difficult. I knew it was going to be hard. But every time I thought about giving up, and there were times I did, because where I am right now, it's a long shot. You think being a diamond is a long shot? This is America. This is the long shot. Wait a minute. I had people laughing at me, and talking about me and making fun of me. So you talking about being a motivational speaker? You failed twice in school. They put you back in a year in school, and you fail at a lot of things in life. You never worked in life. You never really did nothing seriously. People are not gonna take you serious, and and you're not gonna become independently wealthy. They laughed. Yeah, and they laughed at you. People are gonna laugh at you. But let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. The best revenge is massive success. It's a long shot. Being here with you today in this world, in this YouTube world, it's a long shot. But I kept running towards my dream, like you keep running towards yours. Don't stop. Keep believing. Don't stop. Don't stop running towards your dream. I want you to comment, leave, share, and help build a network community so other people can see me and hear what I have to say. There's going to be moments that you're going to doubt yourself. There's going to be times, there are going to be hard times, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. It's not going to be easy. As you go towards your future, begin to know that you have greatness within you, to begin to envision yourselves to reach your goals. You want to think and fight for it, work day and night for it, give up your time, give up your peace and your sleep for it. You know, you know, you people believe in you and you can win again and again and again. Yes, I went over 20 minutes, but it's not over until you win. It's not over until I win. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And thank you for listening and watching because I have an opinion just like anybody else. And I don't want anybody saying, oh, he talking all that crazy stuff or he talking all. I want people to know that I have a brain and a mind and I can speak for myself. And some people say, like, if a child talks back to his parents, he's disrespectful or you supposed to be seen and the child's supposed to be seen and not heard or child shouldn't have an opinion to his parents. He should be submissive and passive to his parents, not have a say so or an opinion. The child is not supposed to have a personality or a character. Um, all kind of things that people have grown up with in their minds and heads, and then you see a child grow up speaking and talking, and it seems like that's just part of your child that you never knew or you never noticed that it was growth or that the child had a mind of their own and a life of their own. And because I remember, I see some kids when they talk back or have an opinion, the parent will whoop their child for talking back or having an opinion or speaking or saying something, and that damages their child development. You know, you wonder why you don't know your child because you may have whooped them every time they spoke or had an opinion or an idea or a suggestion or a thought, especially if they verbalized it. You're like, oh my God. Some parents don't like their kids to have a voice or to speak up or have an opinion or to even show signs of intelligence or vernacular or mental thoughts of their own. Some parents want their child to be passive and submissive to the parent. Whew, I got off onto another subject. So I'm talking about some, yeah, something I've been at the end. Whew. But we're grown ups. Do grown up stuff. All right. Thank you.